Good morning, students. In previous lecture, we have studied the basics of probability. Now, on the basis of that, we are going to solve exercise 15.1. Okay. Now, if you can see it, okay, this is the first question. Complete the following statements. We have to complete these statements. Now, see, probability of an event plus probability of the event not E. The total of it will be what? Okay. Now, to solve this, this is the probability of the event E and probability of not E. Now, we can also write this not E as its dash. Okay. Now we know that whenever we want to find the dash of any event, we will just simply subtract that original event from 1. So probability of E dash equal to 1 minus probability of E. Okay. Now we want to have the total of these two events. The first event is probability of E and the second event is 1 minus probability of E. Now we can cut this out and answer will be 1. Okay. So in the blank we will write 1. Okay. Now the second question. Probability of an event that cannot happen. Okay. Event that cannot be happen is called as impossible event. Okay. We have studied that the event that cannot be happen is called as impossible event and its probability will always be 0. So here answer will be 0. Okay. And such event is called as impossible event that we have already discussed. Third, probability of an event that is certain to happen. Okay. Certain to happen is sure event. It is called as sure event. We have already studied. Here the answer will be sure event. Okay. And probability of sure event is always 1 that we have studied earlier on the basics. Okay. Now the sum of the probability of all the elementary events of an experiment. Okay. If we take all the single events. Okay. If I give you an example. For example, if I toss a die one time, then this will be their possible outcomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now probability of 1 is called its elementary event. Okay, 1 comes only 1 times. In total answers, expected answers are 6. So probability will be 1 by 6. Probability of 2 is also 1 by 6. Probability of 3 is also 1 by 6. Okay, so all have same probability 1 by 6, 1 by 6, 1 by 6. Now if I take the sum of all these things, let us have the sum here. 1 by 6, 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 1 by 6. Okay, we can take the LCM of 6. Now we have all denominator as 6, so we doesn't need to multiply anywhere. We just have to take this addition. So 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, it will be 6 and 6 by 6 becomes 1. That is how we can say that answer of that question will be 1. Okay, I hope you can understand this. Okay. Now the next question is, the probability of an event is greater than or equal to and less than or equal to. It means they are asking about the range of probability. Now we already know that probability of any event is in between 0 to 1. So we can say probability of any event is greater than or equal to 0 and less than or equal to 1. Okay, so in first blank the answer will be 0 and in the second blank answer will be 1. Probability of any event can be greater than or equal to 0 and it can be less than or equal to 1. Okay, that will be the answer. Now question number 2. See, which of the following experiments have equally likely outcomes? Explain why. Equally likely outcomes, it means if I give you an example about this. See, if we can discuss this experiment of tossing a die one time, we can say probability of 1 of outcome as 1 is 1 by 6, probability of 2 is also 1 by 6, 3 is also 1 by 6, 4 is also 1 by 6, all have same equal probability. Okay, so this event is known as equally likely events. All the outcomes are equally likely. Okay, probability of all the outcomes are equal. Okay, this is called as equally likely events. Okay, so on the basis of that, you can have the answer of first. See, a driver attempts to start a car. The car starts or does not starts. Now this is equally likely event or not. Now on the first scene, okay, if we see it first time, it may be looking like equally likely. It means we can think that if driver starts a car, it will start or not start. So it have two options. The probability becomes half. Okay, probability of start the car is 1 by 2 and not start the car is 1 by 2. But we have to take in account one thing, that driver attempts to start a car. Okay, now car can be new or car can be older. Okay, a fresh car can be start easily, whereas a older car or a damaged car, okay, may not be start in first attempt. Okay, so this depends on which type of car. Okay, that is why this is not equally likely event. Okay, because for a new car, it may be possible that in each and every attempt car gets starts. Okay, so probability of getting start the car may be higher in the new car and may be lower into for the older car. Okay, it may be possible. That is why it is not equally likely event. Okay, now there is no any mathematical answer for that. It is a logical answer. Okay, you have to just write this. Okay, second, a player attempts to shoot a basketball. She or he shoots or miss the shot. Now it is also seems to be equally likely event, because it may shoot it or may not shoot it. Okay, there are two things, so probability may be half. But here we have to take in account one thing, that he or she who is attempting to shoot a basketball, okay, he or she will attempt a basketball or not, or he will shoot not attempt, but he will shoot a basketball or not. It depends on the skill of that person. Okay, if a person is very good at basketball, it can be possible that out of 10 trials he will shoot a basket for let's say 8 times. Okay, or someone is just a beginner, or someone is not good at basketball, it may be possible that if he or she attempts for 10 times, it may be possible that he shoots the basket for 1 time or 2 times. So probabilities are different. Okay, that is why we cannot say that this is equally likely event. Okay, for everyone, we are talking about everyone. Okay, anybody who tries. Okay, when we call it equally likely events, when anyone tries it, okay, and probability is equal, then we can say it is equally likely event. We are not just talking about the professional one. Okay, it is for general peoples. Okay, now the third one, a trial is made to answer a true or false question. The answer is right or wrong. Okay, now it is true false question can be come from anywhere. Okay, so there are two options. So answer may be right or answer may be wrong. Okay, now we can say that it depends on the knowledge of the person. Okay, but when we are talking about just answering it true and false, okay, and we made a trial, it may be possible that it is equally likely event. Okay, it is more near to equally likely event than this. Okay, so answer of third question will be equally likely event. The fourth one is baby born. It is a boy or a girl. Now it does not depends on anything. We cannot control it. Okay, by practicing we can improve our basketball game, but by this is not the task of improvement. Okay, it's a natural thing. Okay, so this is not in the hands of a human. Okay, that is why, and we know that probability of both are just equal. Okay, near to equal. That is why it is equally likely event. It may be a boy or it may be girl. Okay, so this number 3 and 4 we can say it is equally likely event. 1 or 2 is not near to equally likely event. Okay, now the third question is, why is tossing a coin is considered to be fair way of deciding which team should get the ball at the beginning of the football game? Why we decide by tossing a coin? Now see, if I toss a coin one time, there are two cases, head or tail. Head or tail, if the coin is fair, if the coin is not unfair, the coin should not be of Sholay type. Okay, not Amitabh Bachchan's coin. Okay, if the coin is fair, then probability of head and tail are equal. It is half. Okay, that is why it will be fair. Okay, so it will be fair for the players to decide the turn of the player by the tossing of coin. Okay, it will give a fair chance to both the team. That is why we use tossing a coin. Now it does not depends on very much mathematical formulas. It's a logical answer. Okay, you need to answer it like this. Okay, it's in a logical way. Okay, now the fourth question is, which of the following cannot be probability of an event? Okay, now we already know that probability of any event will be in between 0 to 1. Now 2 by 3 is in between 0 to 1. 2 by 3, okay, is 0.66. 0.66 is in between 0 to 1, so it can be a probability. This 15%, now if we probability is are in numbers, not in percentage. Okay, so 0 to 1 is not percentage. We can convert it into percentage, but if I remove this percentage, okay, for example, to remove that percentage, it is 15%. So 15 divided by 100 will be the answer. Now 15 by 100 is what? 0.15. 0.15 is in between 0 to 1. So we can say yes, it is a probability. It can be a probability. 0.7 is also in between 0 to 1. So it can also be a probability. But first of all, it is 1.5. It is not in between 0 to 1. And second thing, it is negative. Probability of anything cannot be negative. Okay. So this is not the probability. This cannot be the event. Okay. This cannot be the probability of any event. Now question is, probability of E is 0.05. What is the probability of not E? Okay, now we can write it like this. This is the fifth question. Probability of E is 0.05. What is probability of not E? Not E means E dash. Now to find E dash, we know the formula. 1 minus probability of E. 1 minus 0.05. Now if you want to subtract 1 minus 0.05, we have here 0. We can have 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. Here we can have 9. Okay, so 9 minus 0 is 9. We have here 9, so we will have here 1 cut 0. 0 minus 0 is 0. So probability of E dash becomes 0.95. So that is how we can have the probability of E dash. Okay, I think that this is enough for this video. We will discuss further questions in next video. Thank you. If you have any query, then get back to me and I will solve your queries. Do subscribe my channel, like my video and share my video also. Thank you.